Evening, guys. I'm out at the nursery this afternoon, trying to do some work. Like I said last video, it's go this time of year. I got a shipment of soil in earlier. The pallet fell over. If you do business with BFG Supply Company, let me know how your experience has been. My experience has been horrible. These falling off is my fault. Definitely not the shipping company or anything. But I ordered, actually over there I ordered 150 bales last fall, and I've got 120, no problem. And then took forever to get the other 30. They ran out of sun grow supposedly, and so sent me this Pro Mix. Also, check this out. The Pro Mix reads November 19th of 2024. So I can imagine, here's one that got busted when it fell. It's very dry. I'm talking about so dry, it's gonna be hard to re-moisten. But was supposed to get this last 30 bales today. They sent 29 out of 30. So I text my salesman, was like, yeah, told him about the whole missing one bale and all that stuff, and I'm just not really very pleased. They left me stranded last week on 1,600 pots, trade one pots that were supposed to come in, and I really needed them last week, so I had to go on Amazon and order 600 trade ones. That cost me another $200-300 out of my pocket. Finally got the 1,600 in today. Well, they look pretty good sized pots and all, but just not happy with my experience with BFG company so far at all. I've tried to get in with BWI, which is what all the co-ops around our area utilize, and I've sent multiple emails. I actually filled out paperwork the last time I applied with them, and they never get back with me. And I've heard that's an experience a lot of growers have with them. If you can get in with them, they're okay. Probably ain't no better than BFG though, honestly. So coming into the greenhouse this afternoon, we've done a lot of planting, straightening up. There's some of the pots I got in today. Trade one, nothing fancy, but a good trade nursery pot. This afternoon though, I'm going through deciding, I've got all my seedlings back here on the tables, and so I'm going through deciding what needs to be seeded. We've got peppers, I've got tomatoes. I've got last year's tomato seed, I've got this year's. You can see here we're really heavy on the tomatoes, all types. I've got a few eggplant. I don't sell a whole lot of eggplant, so I'm not planting many of those. Portulaca, sell a lot of that. Definitely a lot of peppers. We got some rudbeckia I need to plant. Celosia, which I already have a bunch over there we transplanted. Some marigolds, hibiscus, Dusty Miller, hypoestus, which is polka dot plant. Ton of zinnias we have lined up for spring. I'm talking about a ton of zinnias. And then a special dwarf sunflower. Then I've got like our little assortment of herbs. We don't do a lot of herbs. I don't sell a ton. But if you like 5 or 6, oregano, thyme, dill, cilantro, some dichondra I got to plant. And then a few geranium seeds left. I've got about 100 or so I need to plant. Now, I sell a lot of garden, like vegetable plants in the spring, like tomatoes, peppers, squash, cucumber. The squash, cucumber, watermelon, that type of thing, I won't start planting it until March, probably mid-March. Which reminds me, I need to order the seed, squash, cucumber seed and all that for this spring. That's something I have not done. I get a lot of our seeds from Harris Seed Company out of New York, but I don't get squash, cucumber seed and all that from them. It's all they offer is very expensive hybrids, which if I was a grower out in the field, I'd want those expensive hybrids. But for a home gardener, I can't justify selling those plants for $3 4-pack. I could get $5 or $6 4-pack to profit on that. Basically, how I determine what needs seeded every week, I probably should keep a journal of this. I come back here to my table and I look at what I've got growing, what's coming up good, maybe what's not coming up good, what we just seeded, that type of thing. But I look at both tables and see what we have and what I think we need to seed. Now, a lot of growers, they'll do it differently, depending on the type of person you are, I guess in general, your personality. I tend to have all my knowledge up here, which is kind of a good thing, bad thing, I guess you could say. But I don't usually, I'm not a good bookkeeper in general. But I probably need to keep a log on what I plant every week exactly. But I know in my head generally how quick crops grow out for the spring, especially in a greenhouse sitting like this. That number on the pack means absolutely nothing as far as telling me when the plant's going to be ready to sell. Marigolds, that's one thing. They grow very quickly as far as flowering and stuff goes. So I just have learned all this over the years of doing this, and I'm still learning new plants that I'm growing, because some things I don't know about. Like a coreopsis I had growing last year, told my customers, hey, this is a good looking plant, it's just not blooming yet, it's gonna bloom this summer. What did it not do? It did not bloom last year. This year it's gonna bloom, and I've got about 80 pots or so, 70 or 80. I'm gonna get probably $14, $15 a piece for those this year, because I've had to tend to them and keep them live over the last year. So I've determined what all we're gonna plant tomorrow. I'm not gonna plant today. It's about 5 o'clock and I'm gotta go feed animals. I'm ready to be done for the day. So we're gonna be planting a tray of Celosia Century Mix, which is a flower, Smiley Gold, which is a miniature sunflower, Prososia Rose, there's supposed to be a P there, Portulaca Sundial Mix in this plug tray. Then we're going to plant a flat of eggplants. We're going to have Violet Delight on this side. We're going to skip a row and plant the classic eggplant on that side. A whole tray of Superhero Spry Marigold. Again, here we're going to have some Super Sweet Cherry and some Lozano Cherry Tomato. Hypoestus Pink, which is like a polka dot plant. Cherokee Purple Tomato. Brandywine Tomato. Celebrity Tomato. Better Boy Tomato. And Roma Tomato. Now you may be wondering to yourself, this flat right here, or tray, I call it, how am I going to go ahead and plant in those? Because we've been using like these plug trays right here. These 105s and 288s. Well, I'm out of 288s right now. These are the last two I have available right now. The rest are tied up with seedlings. This is what I used to do. I used to plant in an open tray like this and just sprinkled seed, lightly cover it with soil. I had really good results with that, but I've kind of gotten away from it because I can't control how many seed exactly I'm planting. That's the main reason. Also, another reason is sometimes you don't get as good of germination. But the things I decide to choose to plant in these, I usually can get great germination out of a setup like this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to plant, I think, 14, 15 different kinds of things tomorrow morning. And then we got to transplant a bunch of perennials. I've got about 300 lantana right there I've got to plant. I've got a couple hundred portulaca we're going to plant. And actually, these are a little dry. I need to water them. Something else I wanted to show y'all. I've been having a problem with mouse getting into our peppers and tomato seeds that we seeded. So what I'm doing is I'm putting these little clear covers over them, these little humidity domes. And also it helps keep the temperature warm at night, but also setting this on top, that way the mouse can't pick it up and get under it. Doing that to all this. Also, check out this basil. It's called red ruby. It's very pretty, I think. I brought all these cabbage and broccoli out here and tomato plants to harden off, which they're pretty well hardened off. I got to stand back up from the wind. The wind's been whipping them around. Also, check out these tomato plants. These sun guns are getting hardened off as well. Nice looking Better Boy tomatoes is what these are. This is a hoss here. Fixing to withhold fertilizer from them for a while to get them to stiffen up. Nice 4-pack of tomatoes. I actually sold a pack of tomatoes yesterday though, man. So the sun's setting. I'm ready to be done working for the day. It's getting late, 5 o'clock. I'm trying not to work as late as I did when I was younger, but spend time with my wife and see what's for supper, because I'm absolutely hungry. And then I think she said we were going to fold towels together or something tonight. We'll see about that. Before I do that though, to end my day, you see the sun's going down. I've got several hungry cows. They're used to me feeding them grain every evening, just about. I was feeding hay right here, but I've moved it to another pasture back over there by the barn. So I'm gonna go feed them at the barn now to get them to go back over there. Oh, oh, oh. Come on, girls, come on. So I keep all our feed right here under our tractor shed. We used to keep it down at the barn, but the barn's half fallen down, so and I had a raccoon get in it last year really bad and tear up a bunch of sacks. So I decided to start storing it on the trash shed. Can park one less tractor under here, but I can store my feed and keep it dry through the winter. Maybe eventually get a feed shed or yeah, something like that. While I'm out here what I call our barnyard, where I feed cows. I'm feeding Southern Feed and Seed. 14% cattle grower is what I feed. This is what it looks like, a mixture of grain byproducts, a lot of cracked corn in it as well. I do 100 pounds, and I divide it kind of sort of equally between 3 of these troughs. This is our cows. Here, that's our bull Cupid right there in the front. I feed hay right up there on top of the hill there. That's where I feeding hay to them right now. And actually where I just was, our tractor shed is right there, right beside it. So not far at all. But they're hungry, I gotta go to the other bag and put it out for them. Our cattle operation we have right here is what you would call a cow-calf operation. Essentially, if you don't know what a cow-calf operation is, it's basically where you have brood cows, you have mama cows, you got a bull in the herd, and then they basically spit out calves about once a year or so. They're pretty much on the same gestational cycle as a woman, or it takes about 9 months for them to have a calf. So once a year, you might as well say you're going to have a calf out of a cow. And then you raise it up 6-8 months and take it to sale barn and sell it. I would love to sell beef eventually, but it's very hard to do that right now. If you know anything about the cattle market, cows are high. I can take a 6-8 month old bull calf, not even a steer, bull calf, to market right now, and he'll fetch $1,700–1,800. So it's not really worth it to keep a steer or a heifer for 2 to 3 years in order to grow them out to be a finished beef product. The backgrounders and feedlots are really good at what they do, putting weight on them quick. Here naturally on the farm, it takes far longer, unless I were to change up our operation and start feeding more grain intensively, and have a lot better quality pasture. As soon as you open this gate, it's very important that you get out of their way, because they will trample you to death. And I do mean to death if you were to get in their way. So we'll undo the chain, sit back very quickly. They come in here quick. Got 3 heifer calves out of last year. I'm hoping I can keep hang on to them. Would be great if I could hang on to them without selling them, because I really need some replacement heifers. Guys, that's pretty much all it is to feeding cows. And then of course I have to put out hay every other day and all that. But I would just like to thank y'all for taking your time to watch this video. If you don't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dry Bottom Farms Nursery. Hit the like button if you can. If you have any questions about anything we do here at Dry Bottom Farms Nursery, just please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get back to you. Thank y'all.